Thank you and welcome again, my friends, for the largest student university webinar season 4. Stay connected. Today is the 20th day of the celebration, and we have webinars on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. So tomorrow is Thursday. We don't have webinar. We will be having it on Friday. Please take a note and in your calendar. So moving ahead, very important is basically we have got a lot of information in this last 19 days. And these information, you will not get, most of the information you will not get anywhere. And very important, you will not get it at one place, some of the information. So we have tried to give all my 21 years of experience, I have shared it with you. And I sincerely hope that this will help you in shaping your career, in fulfilling your dreams, because that is the purpose why I'm doing this, why our company is doing this for you, or doing this 37 days largest student university webinar. Otherwise, it is quite taxing. It is also basically having a cost, but the purpose of reaching out to many is something that is motivating each one of us to do better, to provide as many solutions and for helping you to meet your study abroad dreams, because this is the skill that I have and this is what I can share with you guys. Okay, so moving ahead, let us basically talk about the company, the Education Abroad Counseling Center. Now, Education Abroad Counseling Center started in Feb 2000. The vision is to educate the youth by providing them with study abroad career options worldwide. Our mission to help 10 lakh high school and graduate students achieve career growth using pre-application technology. We have till date counseled more than 13,500 students. Our USP is that we are one of those few study abroad counseling centers in the world who can provide counseling for all major countries, all levels, starting from 7th grade to PhD and almost all major programs. We provide guaranteed admission, or we give the total counseling fee refund, because we are a pre-application based technology company that provides on the basis of research. So that's about us. And in case you have forgotten to share these videos or like our Facebook or Instagram, do it, because you will get lots of updates. We are sharing a lot of value information. So all these updates will come to you and you can accordingly watch them, and you can be updated with the latest on study abroad. So today we are going to cover how to select university for study abroad. Now, before basically, I want to ask basically, if you could apply, how many of you have selected your college or university based on your friends? My friend was studying in this college, so I also studied in that same college. How many of you did that? If you could answer, maybe I can move on fast. It will just help me to understand if yes. So Mustafa says me. Okay, Mustafa, thanks for writing, because most of us do that, right? Most of us do that. We basically normally join our college or university based on our friends, neighbors, relatives, whereas this is an important decision in your life, because a career is a long-term, is a long-term thing. Whatever you do will influence your life on a long-term basis. Whether you reap it or whether you don't reap it will depend upon the planning that you have done at this particular stage. So selection of university or selection of college is very important. So many basically say that, I and my friend, we basically went to the same school, same college, same university. We ate together. But today he has become a rich man because he was, his father had supported him. His family has supported him. He has funds. He was able to take risks and whatever else. But the fact is that he had a purpose in his life, which was not there when you selected your college or university. You just copied your friend. Okay. So that's the difference. So selection of university is very important in deciding how you are going to shape your career. So let's decide how to select a university when you're going to study abroad. So, sorry for that. Now, first is basically what you want to achieve. Okay. This is very important. What you want to achieve in your life. You should have a purpose, because that will drive you to basically be, achieve that success. You should have a dream. Then it will basically motivate you. You don't have to be constantly pushed. Okay, we are used to getting pushed by our parents, our siblings, study, 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 study. But when it comes to basically life, there is nobody to push you. It's your decision. How you work, how you make up your life is your decision. And that's where basically some of the students suddenly find lost, because they need that constant pushing. And when you don't get that, you suddenly don't know what you want to do. So more important is to have your dream. Okay, you can use your heart as well as your mind. Okay, I have heart and head. You can use both heart and head while selecting. Let me give you one recent example. I was doing a Zoom one-on-one, and I was the student. They basically had 7 years of event management experience, but due to the COVID, he lost his job. So now basically he realized later on he was not able to find the second job. So he went and he talked to his friends and other third party, and they told him that today we are living in a digital marketing age. So you should do a digital marketing course. He registered for a digital marketing course. And then he got some job for an American company. So he was doing that. By the time basically he finished, he decided that he would go to Canada for a digital marketing course. When I was doing the counseling, I told him that you cannot decide your specialization on the basis of demand and supply. You are 7 years of work experience in digital marketing has a value. And if you are not, basically, if you want to start something because something else is in demand, then that something will also go have a basically downfall, because each product has a life cycle. It has its ups and downs, and again it will go up. So no product will stay down and no product will stay up. There was an IT boom at one period, but that IT boom came down, but new things came up. So things change. What is important is, if you have an interest, if you want to achieve something, you will also change with time. You will automatically change with time. You don't need a push. You need a push only when somebody has told you to do this, or you have copied somebody, and that's why you don't get that motivation within you. Okay, so what you want to achieve is very important. If you know what you want to achieve, then accordingly select the university that offers that program. Second is, some may have a particular country in mind. So good. Or if you don't have a particular country in mind, if you know basically the country, what I tell them is, why have you selected a particular country? So they give reasons, and I tell them, when you are selecting a country, you have normally students apply for international degree, international exposure. So if you are financially good and you want to come back, you can do this in countries that offer international degree and international exposure. If you are looking to work, then select in a country which allows you to work. And if you want to settle in a country, then select in a country that allows you to settle. Most of them doesn't understand. They feel that all countries give the same option. They don't give the same option. In case you have missed it out, you can check the video where I have discussed about the country. Okay. What program? Now, program is also important. We discussed yesterday how to select the program. So if you want a research-based or a course-based program, okay, what is your interest? So you can look accordingly whether that research is available in that university. What type of research? The research professors. So you know that when you're going, you are able to fulfill your dream. Your profile versus admission requirements. Now, this is important because sometimes you select the university without understanding what your profile is. Some feel getting admission in a foreign university is quite easy. It is not. Okay. So if you have a profile, like your profile could be your education qualification, GPA, CGPA, your test scores, your extracurricular activities, voluntary work, portfolio. These are your profiles. And you have to understand whether the profile that you have is able to meet the admission requirement. If not, then getting admission could be difficult. So it is not just selecting a university, it is about matching your profile with the admission requirements as well. Finance. Finance is very important. Okay, please understand, study abroad is expensive. Okay, when you are applying for study abroad, you need to understand that the cost that you are going to spend for your study abroad is huge. Okay, a bachelor's may be going for a 4 years of program or 3 years of program, or master's may be going for a 2 years program or a 1 year program, and it includes tuition, accommodation, living, and there is a difference in for currency rate. Okay, because of which the cost of education for study abroad is expensive. So if you are selecting a university which is very expensive, then it could have a financial stress on your family. So you need to check with your family what is the budget that they are comfortable with, and select universities accordingly, so that you are able to manage your finance well when you are going to study abroad. Scholarship, assistantship opportunities. Okay, please understand that it is not that all universities offer scholarship. It is also understand that international students are eligible only for merit based and not need based scholarship. So I cannot tell that I am basically from poor family background, I want to study abroad, please provide me scholarship. They will not provide me any scholarship. Based on my academics, based on my profile, I can apply for a merit based scholarship. So if I'm good in my academics, I have a good, basically I'm a sports person, basically playing at a national level, then there is a chance of getting a good scholarship. I can get sports scholarship, I can get academic scholarships, my test scores are good, so I could get. But scholarship also basically depends upon funding available in the university. So not all universities have funding. Some universities have funding, some university doesn't have funding, some departments have funding, some department doesn't have funding. The university on a yearly basis decide to allocate the budget. So you need to understand whether the department that you're applying has funding or not. Now, normally a research-based programs department normally get more funding because they are going to do research, so they need funds. So look at where you are applying, whether they have funding, and based on that, you can apply so that you can get scholarship, which can reduce the cost of your education. Now, scholarship is also based on your SAT-1 score for undergraduate. It could look at your GRE, GMAT score. So besides your profile, work on these test scores as well. Assistantship opportunities. Now, what are assistantship opportunities? For master students, they can get teaching assistantship, graduate assistantship, research assistantship. So you can look at the university website and understand whether they offer assistantship or not. Regarding basically scholarship, assistantship, I will be covering it separately, so I'm not going in detail. So you can check that maybe in the later success talk that I'm going to give. So assistantship opportunities again can reduce the cost of education that you want to pursue abroad. So these are 6 options. The 7th option is location of university. Now this is very important. Okay, whether the university is located in a city where you are going to find jobs which you are specializing in, whether there are a lot of companies where you are related to what you are specializing in. Now, if you are going to select a place where there are no companies, then networking with the companies could be difficult. So your location is important in terms of career placements, there is job placements, and with networking with the industry. And that is where your return of investments are. Because if you are able to get a job faster, your return of investment is faster. Also, ranking or brand value. Your university that you're selecting is very important. What is the ranking of that university, which is the brand value of that university? Okay. So if basically a university is highly ranked, and if you do it from that university, then that university degree will be there with you for your lifetime. So you are going to utilize this degree every time you are going to search for a job or you are going to hop a job. The employer is going to look for the degree and they are going to get influenced by that degree. So ranking of the university is important, but I've given ranking 8th location because it's not that it's prime, because ranking varies from sources. Okay, it can be from US News, QS World Ranking, or Times Higher Education. They have different parameters for ranking, and some of the time their ranking doesn't match. US News may give certain university a higher rank, which QS may not give, or QS may give certain university a higher rank, which US News may not give. Okay, US News is only for US universities. Okay, but these are credible sources. So, but to depend too much on ranking is something that will not be going to a ranked university is good, but there are other parameters that you should take care of. Again, these parameters, whichever fits you well, whichever you think basically is your primary concern, you can address them. It is not necessary that you have all these parameters. 9th is your career service and job fairs and alumni networking. Now, you can try to find out whether the university has a career service department, whether they are conducting job fairs, whether they have any source of alumni networking, because these are very important source for getting jobs. Your alumni can help you for getting jobs. Job fairs, if there are job fairs, regular job fairs, you can attend these job fairs and you can increase your job chances. Career services will help you in building your resume and other things. Okay. So all these things, facilities help you. Your friends and families. Your friends and families are important because your friends and families, if suppose you have your friends and family located near the university, you can depend on them in case of any emergency. That cushion factor will always be there. Okay. Feedback from alumni or students studying. So if you want, you can go to Facebook, you can go to Instagram, you can go to LinkedIn to get feedback from alumni or from student study. You can write to them, write properly, so that introduce yourself, say that you have been applying to this university or you have got admission from this university. And before you taking a decision, you need to understand, on certain parameters, how would the person rate. And please understand, you have to be polite because the other person is not duty bound to reply. So your wordings have to be properly written so that, and if you're going to write to 8, 9 or 7, 8, some of them will reply. Probably LinkedIn is best because there you may get better replies. Now, having said that, some of the study abroad counseling centers may have an approach of putting universities in 3 baskets. They will say that basically this is ambitious, this is moderate, and this is easy, or this is safe. They say safe. So they keep putting, they say that you can select 2 universities from ambitious, 3 universities from moderate, and 2 universities from the safe. And that's how you can select those universities where you can apply. It is that approach that some of them have. We are a pre-application research based, so we have a different approach. Since tomorrow I'm going to cover pre-application, I will discuss that tomorrow. So don't miss tomorrow's session. It will be covering that part of the process which can help you to decide how to select your university. Today I have given the parameters, the 11 things that you can consider. It is not necessary that you have to consider all the 11. Consider what is important to you, and based on which you can select the university. Thank you very much.